Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Today we are going to learn about verb. The first question that arises in our mind is that what is verb? So we all know that action word, a word that shows action or situation, that is called a verb. Generally, verbs are of two types. First one is state. It can be also called stative. Second one is action verb. It is also called as dynamic. Okay. Now, what are state verbs? That shows situation. Words like be, have, think, like, on. These all are state verbs. And what are action verbs or dynamic verbs? The verbs that shows physical activities like kick, run, sit, climb. In these all things we need some physical activities. That's why these are called action words. Let's take some examples. Now in action words, the children are playing in the park, and this sentence is are playing. Are playing is what? It is clearly showing an action, a work. It is happening there. Who is shouting? Now in a state verb, I have a large family. Here it is clearly showing the situation, like I having a large family. Here it is showing situation. Now Chauncey likes chocolate ice cream. Here what it is showing? It is showing preference. Here is no any action or physical activity. That's why these kinds of sentences are called state verbs. And the verb which having physical activities, actions, these all are called action verbs. Now one more things that you have to know, and generally most of the students do mistake in that one. What is that? That is, you don't have to use ing form here in state verbs. In state verbs, we do not have to use ing form of verbs. That is continuous form. But in action verb, we can use ing verbs like who's shouting. Here what is it? It is verb fourth form, that is ing form. Okay, here we can use ing verb, but here in state verbs we cannot use. Suppose that if I am writing like that, I am having a large family, this sentence will be totally wrong. We cannot use ing here. We have to use I have a large family. Chauncey is liking chocolate ice cream. This sentence is also incorrect. We have to use Chauncey likes chocolate ice cream. So we have to avoid ing in state verbs. Now come to the next topic. Another topic is main verb and helping verb. Now main verb, you have already studied the forms of verb V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. If you haven't studied, in next class we will study the forms of verb. But for today, helping verb. What are the helping verbs? Helping verbs are the auxiliary verb that helps the main verb in forming the sentences. Helping verb is also known as auxiliary verb. Now let's take one example here. Mary is working now. Mary is working now. In this sentence, who is Mary? Mary is a doer of the action. Mary is a subject. Okay, she is doing. Is working. Working is what? Working is main verb. And is what? Is helping verb that helps the main verb. So is or the helping verbs are the indicators of the Mary is working now. In this sentence, Mary is the doer of the action. That's why Mary is what? Mary is subject. Is what? Helping verb. Working is a main verb. Now, in this sentence, is indicating about the tense, that it is indicating that Mary is working now, that is in present time. If I said that Mary was working, then clearly it is showing about the past time. That's why helping verbs are the indicators of tense. Now, helping verbs can be also used for making negative sentences. Let's take one example. Mary isn't walking now. Here is not, isn't. It is what? It is clearly indicating negativity, and that's why it is here negative sentence. Now, helping verb or auxiliary verb can be also used for forming a question. Here, is Mary working now? Here what? It is clearly forming question. That's why it is here. It is helping verb. Helping verb like is, am, are, have, had, was, were, will, do. These all are what? Helping verb that can be used in three forms, like it can be used to indicate tense, it can be used in negative sentences, and it can be also used in forming a question. Now, what are the differences between the uses of helping verb and without helping verb? Here we have one sentence is, we visited the UK last year, and in first sentence we have visited the UK 4 times. In second sentences it is showing the experience of the last year, that they have visited last year. Here is showing about the experience, but in first sentence we have visited the UK 4 times. It is showing about the life experience. Okay, that is the difference between using helping verb and without helping verb. Okay, it changes the meaning completely. Now, next one is, we have a car. In this sentence, here we is what? Doer of the action. That's why it is subject. Have is what? Helping verb. A car, it is an object. Where is the main verb? Here main verb is absent. So, those sentences where main verb is absent, helping verb takes its place and behave like a main verb. Okay. Now, come to the third topic, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Now, what are transitive verb? The verb which is followed by an object, that one is called transitive verb. Let's take one example. Duncan kicked the ball. If I ask, Duncan kicked what? Clearly you will be able to give answer. Duncan kicked the ball. So, if you are asking the question who and what, and you are able to give the answer, then clearly it is transitive verb, because there is an object. Okay, transitive verb are those verbs where object is present. Now, intransitive verbs are those verbs where object is absent. Okay, there are certain words that where the object is absent, like live, die, laugh, cry, run, sleep, sit, stand. These are the words where objects are absent. Let's take one example. The old man laughed loudly. Now, the old man, what it is? The old man is what? The doer of the action. Who laughed? The old man. That's why it is what? It is subject. Okay. But laughed, what is it? It is verb. Loudly, it is not an object. It is adverb, because it is describing the verb. So, that's why here is object is absent. That's why this sentence is what? This sentence is intransitive verb, as we can't ask any question.